Jets. How's it going, everyone? Welcome back to another episode of the Jets Ward. I am your host, Ryan Ward, and I'm so excited to be with you guys. Got a fun one for you guys. But first, if you have been here before, welcome back. I always love having you guys back. It's always great chatting it up about football, whether it be our Jets or any other NFL team. You guys are always welcome here, no matter what. If you are new here, welcome. No matter if you're a Jets fan or a fan of another team, you are always welcome in the Jets Ward, no matter what. This is a safe space for you. Even if you're just a casual fan, I'm always happy to talk with you as well if you're interested in the game of football and just learning about it. If you don't have a team but just love watching football, it's still a safe space for you as well. Always welcome new people. Before we get into it, make sure, guys, if you have not subscribed, make sure you like my videos. It really helps out if you hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. Over 90% of people who watch my videos aren't subscribed. So make sure you come in, just hit that button. It really helps out the channel. It helps expand the channel and get more people to see these videos. And I just really appreciate it as well. I really enjoy making these for you guys. It brings me so much joy, and I hope it's helping you guys out and you're enjoying them as well. But getting into it, what we are going to be discussing tonight, guys, is their OTAs have been going on. It's been going great. Jets have been doing really well. Other teams have been doing really well. There have been some injuries to some players, which stinks, and some other issues going on. But free agency, another round of free agency is going to be coming up because once June 1st hits, post-June 1st cuts are going to be being had. But before that, there are still tons of players, decent players, that are not being talked about, that are out there. Now, we have Jadeveon Clowney that's still a free agent. He's going to get picked up at some point. We have Zadarius Smith still out there who's going to get picked up at some point. There's a lot of good players. Aaron Rodgers is still out there. We know that he might end up going to Pittsburgh or somewhere else. I don't know. He said he didn't want to go to the Saints, apparently. So there's some really good free agents. But in this video, I want to discuss some players that are not being talked about enough that I think could still have a major impact on a team, whether it be a rotational piece, special teams, or even end up starting for them for teams that desperately need some help. And I think there's a lot of great players still out there, and I'm going to give some best fits for them. Now, I do make Jets content a lot. I make NFL content. So there's going to be some Jets bias a little bit. But also, I just really think that some teams could really utilize these guys' help that is still out there. And again, these players are not being talked about enough, in my opinion, but could still make a great impact. And getting into it, the first one is Mike White. Now, you're probably thinking, Mike White, he's not going to start on any team. And you're right. But the veteran leadership that he has could be very useful, especially to a younger type of quarterback. So, Mike White, let's talk about him. He's 6'5", he's 220 pounds. He's been around the league for a while. He was with the Cowboys, he was a Jet, he was a Dolphin, then he was a Bill. He's been around the league for a very long time, and he knows a lot of different offenses. Now, he's shown flashes that he can command an offense, too. If you remember back with the Jets, he looked pretty good, and there was the Mike effing White shirts that were going around. The team really loved him, and he won some games for us, but dealt with a lot of injuries as well, and ended up not coming back to the Jets. He ended up going to Miami, and they released him. He signed with the Bills practice squad. They didn't re-sign him, so now he's been a free agent for a little while. And he's only 30 years old. Still has a lot left in the tank. Sorry, guys. And honestly, I think he could go on to a team as a veteran leader and rotational piece and make a spot start just in case. And you're going to think the best fit is crazy, but I have him as the best fit for the Jets. And the reason I have that, and before you guys rip my head off, is the Jets were rumored that they could still be interested in the quarterback market, whether it be a trade or free agency. One, because Jordan Travis retired out of nowhere. So it left us with Justin Fields, who's a young quarterback, veteran experience, Tyrod Taylor, who veteran, but gets banged up easily a lot of the time, has not been healthy for a full season, honestly, until last year, but he was a bit major backup last year. Then we have Brady Cook and we have Adrian Martinez, young, two guys who have not proved anything as starting in the NFL. Justin Fields is a running type of quarterback. He can get injured. He's been known to get injured as well. Look back in Chicago, where he's had seasons where he played 14 games, where he played 12 games, even less. Pittsburgh, he didn't play a full season there. Granted, it wasn't injury related, but as a mobile quarterback, you're bound to get dinged up. Tyrod Taylor, injury concerns. Mike White could come in as that QB3 and be a veteran leader and help out the younger guys like a Brady Cook, Adrian Martinez. And he's got the experience of being a Jet before. And honestly, if the Jets are interested in bringing in a veteran quarterback, I think Mike White might be the best one out there. There's CJ Beathard as well, but Mike White, I think, would be solid coming back. And I think a lot of the Jets fans would welcome him back with open arms as well. And I think a lot of the Jets team would welcome him back. He's a good locker room guy, was never an issue, never a behavioral issue, but could make some spot starts if you needed him just in case Tyrod Taylor went down and Justin Fields. Let's hope he doesn't get hurt, but if he does, Mike White could come in and win you some games, in my opinion, especially if you do a run first, if you don't put him in a situation to turn the ball over. I think Mike White could be a great fit for the New York Jets. Or you could have him go to Pittsburgh, where they desperately need a quarterback, or be the veteran quarterback for the Saints. But I think the Jets would be the best fit for him for a backup role, especially getting more experience in that young quarterback room. So Mike White is my first option for us. Now, best fit for the Jets. Going into the next one. This guy, in my opinion, hasn't been talked about enough. Nick Chubb has been getting a lot of the news lately. J.K. Dobbins, before he got hurt last year, he was really, really good for the Chargers. He was one of the better running backs in the league. He's still really young. He's only 26. I get it. He deals with so many injuries, and some of those injuries are nasty. For a running back, too, it only gets harder and harder as you get older and older. Just to ask Ezekiel Elliott what happened to him. Had a couple good years, and then the wheels fell off. J.K. Dobbins dealing with those injuries, it could be tough, but he's shown flashes in the tank. He's really strong. He's 5'10", 215 pounds, can catch the ball out of the backfield, can hit the holes really hard. He's a one-cut back, can run people over. Good speed for his size as well. And honestly, still young, still has a lot left in the tank, in my opinion. And he showed flashes for the Chargers last year. If the kid can stay healthy, he can be really, really good. And I think the best fit for him would be the Bears. What do the Bears need? They beefed up their interior offensive line. They have solid receivers. They drafted Luther Burden, who's dealing with a nagging injury right now, but he could be really, really good. Caleb Williams can take a step forward with those receivers. They have two solid tight ends in Cole Kmet and new rookie Colston Loveland. The biggest need is running back right now. They could definitely use some more tackle help, but running back, if you want weapons, J.K. Dobbins could be a really nice, cheap option for the Chicago Bears. I think a little bit cheaper than Nick Chubb as well, who's coming back from a serious injury. But again, J.K. Dobbins is younger. I think has more in the tank than Nick Chubb does. Don't get me wrong, I love Nick Chubb. I think he can still be a really good running back, but he is on the older side, coming back from a very serious injury. J.K. Dobbins is still young, can still give you something, and can help out that Chicago Bear offense, in my opinion. I think he would be the best fit for the Chicago Bears. Now, continuing on, we got Brandon Sheriff. And I'm shocked, honestly, that he is still a free agent. When healthy, that's the biggest thing. When healthy, Brandon Sheriff is one of the better guards in the NFL. Struggled last year for Jacksonville, but again, dinged up, had some injuries, has been dealing with injuries a lot. You see the captain, he was a captain on that team. One of the older veterans. Honestly, he's not a bad option, and I'm shocked he's still a free agent, honestly. I thought he would have gotten a 1-year deal, 2-year deal possibly by now. But he's 6'5", 315 pounds. He's 33 years old, so only getting on the older side and injury related. But he could come in and start for you at right guard right away. And the best fit and a team that needs a right guard after losing their right guard to the Vikings, the Colts. Honestly, he can come in and start day one for you. Be a veteran leader on that offensive line that is a little bit younger now. And be someone who good in the run game, great in the pass game, can be really, really good, especially with your younger quarterbacks in Daniel Jones and Anthony Richardson, who I do think Anthony Richardson end up starting. He has been looking better in OTAs. I know Daniel Jones has been too, but I think Anthony Richardson still has a lot in the tank and will be better utilized in that offense this year, taking a step forward, actually focusing and taking that step forward. I think he's got all the talent in the world. He just needs to pull it together. First thing to do, give him a solid offensive line and Brandon Sheriff, who could be a leader on that offensive line. And I think that could really, really help them. I thought about the Packers as well because they're thinking about moving their right guard, Elton Jenkins, to center. They could use some right guard help. I think he could be good for them. But honestly, I think the best fit for Sheriff would be the Colts, who desperately need help at the right guard position. And continuing with the offensive line, we got Will Hernandez. He's 6'2", 332 pounds, 29 years old. Honestly, best fit for him, I think the Ravens. The Ravens need some interior line help as well. Big thing with him, though, again, like Brandon Sheriff, he's injured. Will Hernandez could be one of the better guards in football. When the Arizona Cardinals got him, they were really, really excited. Played very, very well for the Giants for many years. And if he's solid, if he could stay healthy, he could be one of the tougher guys. He's 6'2", 332 pounds, could be a mauler in the run game, needs to work a little bit on the pass game, but can be a mauler in the run game for them, especially since they're going to be a run-heavy team with Kyler Murray and James Conner back there. They could use, or James Conner, he was with the Cardinals last year. If he goes to the Ravens, which I think would be the better fit, anyway, they're going to still be a running team. Lamar Jackson and Derrick Henry, I think they could utilize somebody like this, and he could start for you on the left side or the right side. The problem is, again, he's only 29 years old, but he has dealt with some really bad injuries. That's the biggest thing, and that's why he's still a free agent in my opinion. It's the injuries. But honestly, if he stays healthy, he could be really, really, really good for the Baltimore Ravens, who desperately need interior line help. So he's somebody that you could take a look at to help out a franchise, especially one that's successful like the Ravens, who always tend to make these moves and it works out for them. So Will Hernandez could be the next one and could be a very good pickup for the Baltimore Ravens. Then we get to one who I've mentioned before, who I've wanted for the Jets as well, but Jawan Bentley. He's 6'2", 250 pounds. He's only 28 years old. Didn't have the best year for the Patriots last year, but has shown flashes, good in the run game, decent in the pass defense. Somebody who's just everywhere on the field. Can play inside, can play outside linebacker. I honestly think the best fit for him would be the Rams because they need linebacker help. And this guy could start for them day one. Could give them a ton of stuff. Still young and has a lot left in the tank for them. Patriots, like I said, it was a down year for them last year. Their head coach wasn't the best. They're moving into a new system. They already released Jawan Bentley. I honestly think a fresh start, putting him on a team that could make the playoffs and could win it all, especially with Stafford and McVay there still, and their new revamped receiving core with Puka Nacua and Devontae Adams, give them a solid leader on the defense at the linebacking core, beef up that defense. I think it could definitely help. He would be a perfect fit, in my opinion, for the Rams. Continuing on, we got Jack Jones. He's somebody that I don't think has been talked about enough, honestly. He is a solid cornerback. He was with the Patriots. Then he went to the Raiders and had an up and down year with the Raiders. He's 5'11", 175 pounds. He's only 27 years old, so getting there on the older side for a cornerback. But he's a physical guy. He's not afraid to tackle, and he's not afraid to get his hands on you. He's good in press coverage, good in man, can get better in zone. Honestly, I think the best fit for him would be the Carolina Panthers. And the reason for that, they have J.C. Horn already, who is a great cornerback when healthy. That's his biggest issue. He's normally hurt, but on the field, he's stud. Probably one of the top 5 cornerbacks in the league. One of the top 5 young quarterbacks in the league, especially. But he's injured a lot. They need help at the cornerback position. Jack Jones can come there, get a fresh start in Carolina, and help out that defense and revamp his career and turn it around. Because that Carolina Panthers defense is going to be pretty good this year. They helped out the edge by getting 2 new edge rushers. I get they cut Jadeveon Clowney. They might cut or try to trade CJ Wonnum, who has been skipping OTAs as well. DJ Wonnum, who I've made a video about as well, possibly being a trade candidate or a cut candidate. So watch out for that. He is skipping OTAs. But Jack Jones can go into Carolina and be a solid defensive back piece for them. And if you want to move him to safety, I think he would transition well to safety as well, which could definitely help them. but I think Jack Jones could be a perfect fit for the Carolina Panthers. Moving on to the next one. Another cornerback who I don't think has been talked about a lot either, Fabian Moreau. He's 6 foot, 204 pounds. He's 31 years old, so he's on the older side. I think the best fit for him could be the Dolphins. They need a more physical type of cornerback, especially now since they're planning, they made it known that they're going to trade Jalen Ramsey. They're going to take a lot off on that salary cap, especially if they have to pay a little bit of Jalen Ramsey's contract. They might have to. But Fabian Moreau could be a nice cheap option for a year so that they can work on getting younger at the position. Get this guy in there. Could be a great mentor to the younger cornerbacks. Could be a great mentor for the defensive backs. Problem is he does get hurt a good amount. But when he's on the field, he's pretty solid. He's a physical cornerback, and I think could be a really good fit for the Miami Dolphins and what they're trying to do there. He was with the Vikings last year, was pretty okay for the Vikings. I think he could come into Miami and be a solid option for them as well. And going into the next one, this is a guy who has not been talked about and somebody who needs to be talked about because on a Jets team last year that the defense basically gave up, not everybody, this guy was a leader. Jaylen Mills, safety. He is a star, in my opinion. I love Jaylen Mills because, honestly, he was a big heartbeat for the New York Jets defense last year. Never quit. Never gave up. No matter if Saleh was fired and Olberg took over, this guy was in on every play and gave his heart and soul on every single play, and I'm annoyed that he's not picked up by a team because he's so freaking good. He is older. He's 31 years old. He's 6 foot, 200 pounds. Honestly, if the Jets made the move to bring him back for a year, which AG said his main goal was to get younger, but if there are veterans that can help the team out and fit with what the Jets are trying to do, they would be willing to bring them in. Jaylen Mills, in my opinion, does that. He's just a great locker room guy. He was great for the Jets last year. I really enjoyed him. He was somebody that I really hoped the Jets brought back. And they still have a chance. I would really love to have him as a veteran leader in that defensive backs corps. And I think he was a great leader for the New York Jets last year. So I really hope they end up bringing him back. If they don't, I see the Patriots being a good fit. I could see him going back to the Eagles for being a fit, a rotational piece back there. But honestly, I would love to see Jaylen Mills back with the New York Jets and enjoying his time here. He seemed like he really enjoyed being a Jet, never gave up, was solid for that defense. And I would really love to see Jaylen Mills back as a New York Jet. But honestly, guys, that is all of the players that I have for you. Now, I'm confident there's a ton of players that I didn't mention that could definitely be signed and help out other teams. CJ Henderson was one that I was thinking about putting on here, cornerback, still very young, could go to a team and help out as a depth cornerback piece. But these were the guys that I really, really think, if given a chance, doesn't even have to be on the teams that I said were the best fits. Just given a chance anywhere, I think they could have an impact in some way, shape, or form. And honestly, there's a ton of players still out there. There's going to be even more players after June 1st with the post-June 1st cuts. We all know this. It always happens, and more moves are going to be made. But these are the guys, in my opinion, right now, that I think would make an immediate impact in some way, shape, or form on these NFL teams and some of the fits that I think would be perfect for them. Now, let me know down in the comments, is there anybody you think I missed? Is there anybody you think could have an immediate impact on a team, and which team? Are there any free agents that you would love to have on your team? Let me know down in the comments because I always love hearing from you guys. It's always so much fun getting to know what you guys are thinking, and I just enjoy it, guys. You guys make this so much fun, but let me know down in the comments. Make sure as well, if you enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe. It helps the channel out so much, and refer to other friends if they enjoy NFL content. If you like this channel and you think they would like it, share it with them. It always helps me out, and I really, really appreciate it. And thank you guys so much for joining me in the Jets War. Thank you guys so much, and I'll see you in the next one.